Now on CoastTV News.
The ballots have been counted and the outcome, better police facilities for Georgetown. Locker room vandalized, an area gym looking for a spotter who can identify whoever it was that trashed a newly renovated space. Rezoning Rehoboth, a corner lot not far from the beach, has big plans, but there's also big opposition. And battling breaches by bracing the bay. The important work being done to keep flooding off Route 1.
And we have some winds picking up momentum throughout the Chesapeake Bay area, and we may finally get a little rain on the way. More on that coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
A referendum was held this evening for a new police station and public works building. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with the outcome of a vote that will change the way police operate in Georgetown. Two new buildings, one for police, one for public works, got the green light this evening, but to make that happen, it's going to take a big chunk of change. As CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, that part's getting some mixed reaction.
After months of debate in Georgetown, finally a vote was held and ballots were cast. A referendum allowing locals to determine whether or not the town should borrow up to, but no more than, $18 million, all to fund a new police station and public works building off of University Drive. And the result?
And the outcome is passed.
By a slim margin, just 13 votes, 183 in favor, 170 against. One woman tells CoastTV she is glad to see the results go in that direction.
And there needs to be updates to the facilities that you work in. If we're going to be able to fight crime in our communities, you need the appropriate type of facility for that.
But others feel like everything is happening too fast.
I think some research needs to be done on other locations.
For Georgetown Police Chief Ralph Holm Jr., it's a big win and signals a bright future.
By the time I leave, to turn it over to the next generation of police officers, Georgetown police officers, and have this brand new building.
While opinions on Monday's outcome vary, what a new station will mean to police is clear. Chief Holm told CoastTV it will make the department stronger and will help bring in even more officers to the force. While it only passed by 13 votes, those that were here at the town hall Monday night to hear the results being read were very pleased with the outcome and are looking forward to a bright future for the police department. In Georgetown, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
Some vandalism to report tonight. According to a post from the Pure Family Fitness Gym in Millsboro, somebody went to town on their new locker rooms. The post says, quote, "This incident has left us shocked, saddened, and deeply disappointed," unquote. Calling the damage and disrespect devastating, the owners are asking for help identifying whoever may be responsible. If you know anything, reach out to the Millsboro police. The future of one property in Rehoboth Beach remains undecided. The zoning of 330 Rehoboth Avenue was up for discussion tonight. The city's been looking at changing a portion of the property from single-family resident district to commercial district. The property is currently Limitless Development Construction Consulting. The tenant requested to change the zoning more than 5 years ago, but letters submitted to the city express concern about massive commercial development that could turn this building into something like a hotel.
We seem to be getting closer and closer to commercial building, and I'd like for our development to stay as a residential development.
In a Monday meeting, the applicant requested to pause the public hearing until a later date. This brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what is your biggest concern about rezoning in your area? This doesn't necessarily have to do with this specific example where you live instead. Let's take a look at the results from earlier this evening. And it's been going this way all day long. Overdevelopment, that is by far and away the number one. It's at 87%. If you'd like to vote, you can still do that. Go to coasttv.com or use the CoastTV mobile app. You can also leave us a comment if you'd like. Taking a live look outside into Ocean City right now. Nice night as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Paul, what's the good word?
The good word is that we've had a nice, good day when you consider Mondays. It wasn't all gloomy and depressed looking and all of that. but we could have used a little rain, you know, and so we still could use a little bit of rain, actually. Our Hershey's exterior camera, Ocean City. Now, we are going to drop down to 51 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and we're looking for it to stay relatively tranquil for the rest of the night. Just that cutting chill in the air that sticks around as well. We're at 53 degrees in Milton. Also, the same holds true for us currently in Georgetown. But the bottom line here is we're warmer than usual, 9 to 10 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago, and we are drier than usual. We are still in the midst of a severe drought across all of Delaware, most of the Delmarva Peninsula, and even though we're still expecting a chance of rain to develop on Wednesday, it's not going to be enough to make an impact where this is going to be a major turnaround here, but every little bit helps. But we'll talk about how much help will come our way by the time we get to the mid portion of the work week. Till then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. It may be the holidays, but Ocean City is looking back to summer and not necessarily so fondly. According to the Ocean City Chamber of Commerce director, the numbers fell short this year, and she thinks remote work played a big role in a hospitality downturn.
We all know the cost of goods has gone up. That's not new news. But if you think about the challenge of hospitality is they're competing against remote jobs. So what is happening to, get quality hires within hospitality, you got to pay them more. So there's behind the scenes increasing cost of goods it's just impacting bottom line for everyone.
Looking ahead to next summer, Thompson says they're focusing on partnering with other organizations to better understand similar trends across Maryland. One of Ocean City's biggest bridges is going to close to boaters. Follow me on this. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources says work on the Route 50 bridge starts in January. It's going to go all the way through mid-March. It's big news for boaters because during that time, the span over the Isle of White Bay, that's not going to be able to open. And the navigation channel under the bridge is also going to be closed to boaters. Sheet metal walls, those are starting to be lined up as a troubled spot on Route 1 gets a little love. They're designed to protect the busy highway from future dune breaches. This past week, crews have been prepping the site. That metal sheet is finally starting to take shape. DelDOT's South District engineer, Alistar Probert, says that roughly $800,000 in this project will be used for the 700 linear feet of this metal and to prevent, or at least to limit the chances of Route 1 being damaged.
So the sheet piling is a belt and suspenders approach to protecting the Route 1 highway itself. In the event that there's a future dune breach, it will prevent the undermining of Route 1.
Probert says they are expecting the contractor to be done within the next 2 weeks. President-elect Trump's key campaign promise was mass deportation. Now Mr. Trump says he's going to use the military in his plan, but he hasn't explained what the plan is. Meanwhile, the president-elect says he's standing by his choice to head the Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth. This after Hegseth's lawyer says his client did give money to a woman who accused him of sexual assault, but claims there was no assault. As NBC's Alice Barr reports, lawmakers from both parties, they want more information.
President-elect Trump signaling he intends to follow through on a campaign promise on immigration, responding true to a social media post saying he's prepared to declare a national emergency and use military assets for a mass deportation program.
We're going to take handcuffs off ICE. We're going to do the job, secure the country, protect the American communities, and arrest the bad guys first.
That amid growing scrutiny over the people he wants to carry out his administration's policies, especially his pick for Attorney General, now former Congressman Matt Gaetz. Lawmakers in both parties are calling to see the results of a House ethics investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct and drug use that Gaetz denies.
Of course it should be released, and that's not just Democrats saying that.
The committee set to meet on Wednesday as House Speaker Mike Johnson argues to keep the report private because Gaetz is now a private citizen, having resigned from the House to pursue the AG job. Also facing pushback, President-elect Trump's pick for defense secretary, former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, whose attorney confirms that Hegseth paid a woman a civil settlement last year after she accused him of sexual assault back in 2017. The attorney says Hegseth maintains his innocence and that the encounter was consensual. It's all leading up to a confirmation showdown in the Senate that's now shifted to Republican control.
As these U.S. senators consider the president's nominees, they should remember why they're in the majority.
The Trump team arguing the president-elect has a clear mandate for change. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Also tonight, President-elect Donald Trump has named another high-profile selection to his team. Former Wisconsin Congressman and Fox Business host Sean Duffy has been tapped for Transportation Secretary in Trump's next administration. We have more to get into this evening. Coming up a little later on, Space Tree. The plant that charted a path around the moon is now going to have a spot at a local middle school. And also first aid for Fido. Local police getting training in how to help their canine sidekick should they get hurt on the job.
Looks like Mother Nature's going to do a job on us by the time we get to Wednesday. Some wet weather expected there, but becoming a bit breezy on Thursday in Crisfield. Your full forecast coming back in just 60 seconds.
It's Black Friday all month long right here at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Millsboro. We have over 200 new vehicles on the lot ready to be driven home today. This includes options like the 2024 Jeep Compass models starting at just under $30,000. Visit MillsboroCDJR.com now. Explore the deals and our hassle-free shopping online. So don't wait, Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is bringing Black Friday to you all month long. Cars cost less with Preston.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming. Our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
One thing you can say, it's been a very beautiful Monday, if nothing else. But folks, we are just in desperate need of precipitation. It seems like I'm selling you the same encyclopedias over and over again. But yeah, we look up drought and we're still under that definition at this point. Our tidal health camera in Salisbury holding at 50 degrees with winds out of the north, relatively calm. Now we are going to slip into the upper to mid 40s for the rest of the night with partly cloudy skies. Temperatures right now, we're at 56 degrees in Rehoboth, 53 in Milton, as well as Georgetown, and 53 degrees right now. Del Mar, it's 50 currently in Salisbury, as well as Seaford, and 58 in Ocean City. Now, the winds are going to start turning a little bit more from out of the north. Gusts have been relatively light and manageable thus far, but any kind of wind when you're lacking so much precipitation in the first place just exasperates our problem. But then we have very breezy conditions right along the Chesapeake Bay area. In fact, the folks that live in Oxford, Castle Haven, and particularly in the Cambridge area, we have an active gale wind watch. Now, a gale wind watch is a little more serious than even, let's say, the small craft advisories that we talk about a lot. See, this is talking about 35 mile per hour wind gusts. So instead of 25, we're going up 10 more miles per hour. 35, and that's throughout the entire Chesapeake Bay area as a cold front is approaching from the north. So the winds are going to shift out of the north, because remember, when we take a look at these little triangles, the triangles indicate the direction in which the wind is flowing. So it's flowing this way towards us. Meteorology 101, right? High pressure system actually to the south of that. So we have drought, dry conditions. Now, let me give you a perspective on this thing. We've only had officially just over half an inch rain for the whole month. And we're in the middle, going towards the end of November. And so we're 1 1/3 shy. Now, as far as the year is concerned, we are 8 inches short or shy of our normal rainfall total. So even though we've had a half an inch of rain, that's not nearly enough to even make up for this month alone. So we're still in the midst of a severe drought. I suspect we're going to stay there. But we do have a fair shot at some rain for us on Wednesday, about a 43% chance of rain, but not Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon, we'll see increasing cloud cover, won't be quite as warm as today. We could see a sprinkle try to develop for Tuesday night, but then really early Wednesday mornings, we're going to see some spotty showers down towards Berlin and Ocean City. Then we could possibly see by Wednesday night another wave of rain that'll push through. This has been looking promising here. This is for early Thursday morning. Before I start getting real happy about that kind of rain, we'll wait and see if that model holds true to form, okay? But the amount of rain is tottering between a half inch to a full inch of rain throughout the Delmarva Peninsula in general. The most southern portion of our viewing area, Wednesday morning, 7 to 30, Pocomoke City, Chincoteague, and Snow Hill get the first round of rain. We clear out for lunchtime. Then by late Wednesday going into Thursday morning, we see the flow of air coming out of the south, and that'll help create the perfect conditions for widespread scattered showers and maybe an impressive storm pushing through there early Thursday. So breezy conditions on Thursday for Chincoteague and Assateague. Now, then, as we go more to the north, we're looking for it to stay breezy on Thursday in Fenwick Island as well as Ocean City. And it looks like we're going to stay breezy now in Lewis as well as Rehoboth. So for tonight, partly cloudy skies and a slight chill. 63 for the high for tomorrow, and then 66 with sporadic rain on Wednesday. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. In Frankfort, police departments, and I love this story, from the area learned what it takes to help their K-9 officers. The training, hosted by the Ocean View Police Department and the Delaware Emergency Management Agency, taught K-9 officers and EMS how to care for their injured partners. Now, this comes after recent legislation required first responders to be able to provide medical care to injured police dogs.
I think this class is really important, specifically because as officers, we don't have EMS for canines. What we have is ourselves. So having the ability to potentially save our dogs' lives with these medical interventions, prolong them long enough to get surgical or medical treatment later on, I think that's really beneficial to us.
Always look out for a teammate. More training sessions like those are going to be held November 20th and November 21st. The Millsboro Police Department's annual tradition is back, Whiskers for Wishes. It is a campaign to raise money for Christmas gifts for local kids in need. Officers are going to grow out that facial hair to raise donations, with each officer donating $50. Last year, they raised nearly $6,000 to help 10 families, and this year's gift will be given before Christmas. For more information, you can check it out on CoastTV.com. Still to come, work visas. The U.S. and the Delmarva Coast specifically could benefit from a new announcement. And the influence of influencers. The startling number of Americans that now get their news online from non-traditional media.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in tile, to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs, and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
I was able to look at everything that I was looking for my new kitchen, including the backsplash and the countertop and the sinks all in one place.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
The race to the top 50 sales drive continues at Preston Ford. Save up to $8,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Ford Edge. Embrace the future with savings up to $5,000 off MSRP on 2024 Mustang Mach-E's. We have nearly 1,000 new Fords on the lot, all priced to sell fast. But hurry in as the inventory moves fast during our race to the top 50 in the nation. Check out the entire selection at PrestonFord.com. And remember, cars cost less in Preston.
Black Friday starts early at Johnny Janosic. Get our guaranteed lowest prices, plus an extra 20% off, or 0% APR for 60 months. An extra 20% off, or 0% APR for 60 months. Black Friday is going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. This is Coast TV News at 11.
In what probably just can't be great news for my industry, A new report from the Pew Research shows that 1 in 5 Americans gets their news from influencers. It's just the latest sign of our changing times, and as you might expect, its conclusion is that it's linked more to younger people. Nearly 40% of adults under the age of 30 say they get news from independent social media figures. Experts say that this is problematic because it makes it easier for misinformation to spread. Most established media brands have strict editorial standards, and they employ trained journalists, which makes them less likely to distribute misinformation. They are also easier to sue for defamation if they were to lie. Big news for Maryland's seafood industry. The U.S. government is releasing nearly 65,000 more H-2B visas. The visas apply for non-citizens who come temporarily for non-agricultural work, and they're commonly used for workers who come and pick crabs, especially in Maryland. It's a tree that went around the moon and back. This is my favorite story of the day. Now it's landed at a middle school in Worcester County. This is Snow Hill Middle School's brand new moon tree. The tree's seed was part of NASA's Artemis 1 mission. Back in 2020, it was launched into space. It circled the moon for 25 days. Fast forward to 2024, Snow Hill Middle, one of the 50 schools in the entire country that can claim a moon tree as their own.
When we start looking at planetary lessons and solar system in 5th grade and 4th grade and in 8th grade, the connections that will be made, hopefully it will give us that prompt, right? Like students say, and wonder about, what is possible.
The tree is already doing its job of stirring up wonder amongst the students. The holiday season is here. It's a time for joy, but for many in our community, it can also be a little stressful. That's where Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign can help, but we need your support to make that happen.
For many in our community, the holidays can bring about stress as they strive to create unforgettable moments for their cherished little ones.
That's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help, but we need your support to make it happen. All of the money you donate goes to local nonprofit organizations which give gifts to children this holiday season.
Every penny you give helps families right here on Delmarva because WBOC covers all administrative costs.
You can help local children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge by donating at least $1,000. As our thank you, we'll list our business name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
And you can donate by sending a check or money order to the address on the screen or online at blessourchildren.org.
Together we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Coming up in sports, 5 local soccer teams competed for state championships over the weekend. Find out which teams claimed eternal glory on the pitch. And also Turkey Day travel, what you can expect to see on the road for the upcoming holiday, and a few tips. They just might save you a little time and stress.
But if stress is your thing, then go to the golf course. I'm told that creates enough stress by itself and supposed to relieve it. Well, your relief is we'll have partly sunny skies, but on the cool side, so wear the long sleeve, by the way.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on CoastTV.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait, turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
If your family's anything like mine, life brings in dirt and messes.
Touchdown! Yes! 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 Oh!
Sit back, relax, and leave the deep cleaning to the pros. Your home isn't clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
First State Chevy salutes our heroes all month long with discounts for military personnel, first responders, and their families. Thank you for your service.
Red Tag savings up to $5,000 and 0% financing.
Red Tag savings up to $1,500 and 3.9% financing.
We have a great selection of GM certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a GM bumper-to-bumper warranty.
Stop in or find us on the web at firststatechevy.com.
We are First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
Cash App is expected to pay up to $15 million over 2 data security incidents. Eligible users can file a claim in a class action lawsuit. They can get up to $2,500, but only until 11 p.m. tonight, so we just missed it. Nearly 80 million Americans are expected to travel over Thanksgiving. That's according to AAA's travel forecast. Reporter Michael Yoshida joins us to break down the numbers, including what you should know if you're planning on driving to your Turkey Day destination.
Across the country, Americans are gearing up to get out for the Thanksgiving holiday.
For the first time, we're looking at a 7-day travel window, starting on Tuesday before Thanksgiving and ending that Monday. And we're projecting nearly 80 million people are going to be traveling domestically during that time. This is going to be a new record.
Of that 80 million, 71.7 million people will be hitting the roads and taking advantage of lower gas prices. The national average last Thanksgiving Day was $3.26. This year, AAA says, barring disruptions from tropical storms, gas prices will continue to fall.
Gas prices are much lower than they were this time last year, and we could be seeing a national average around Thanksgiving that's below $3 a gallon, which we haven't seen since 2021.
So when should you hit the road? INRIX, a provider of transportation data and insights, says Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon are the worst times to travel by car. The best times to hit the road is Thanksgiving Day, when interstates and highways are typically clear and travelers won't clash with commuters. But no matter when you choose to travel, use caution.
AAA's biggest safety message is always slow down, move over. With an additional 1 million people on the roads, you're going to have more congestion, more cars, and unfortunately more emergencies.
And if you're planning to take a flight, be prepared for busy terminals. Air travel is also expected to set a new record, up more than 2% compared to last year. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
In sporting news, or at least news related to sports, a piece of sheet metal fell from the ceiling of AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas Monday. Look at your screen. This happened ahead of the Dallas Cowboys matchup against the Houston Texans. A Cowboys spokesperson says the metal piece and some other debris fell onto the field while the stadium's mechanical roof was opening up. Now, nobody was injured, but they sure could have been. The spokesperson says the incident is being reviewed. Photos and video appear to show the sheet metal was about 10 feet long by 2 feet wide.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
It was a packed weekend of state championship soccer for 5 local teams on Delmarva. One of those teams was the Caesar Rodney Riders, who have come so close the last couple of seasons. Could they get over the hump this time? Early in the first, Riders on the run. Joseph Honoru sends it in front to Idwali Simon, who finds the back of the net, and all of a sudden, the Riders are on the board 1-0 against Salesianum. On to the second half now, 1-1. A Rider throw bounces off the head of Jamal Richards, and Trevor Sullivan finishes the biggest goal of his life. The Riders go on to win it 3-1 over Salesianum and clinch the program's first title in 30 years. What a great finish to a special season. And in D2, Sussex Academy looking for the same result. First half, Chase Ballinger heads it home to give the Seahawks the lead. But this game would go to PKs, tied 1-1, and the Seahawks would have to utilize 2 different keepers and some timely finishing, but it was enough in the end to cap off a thrilling finish for the second straight year. The Sussex Academy Seahawks are back-to-back state champions thanks to a 2-1 victory over St. Andrews. And they weren't alone. Over in Maryland, it was Queen Anne's County girls soccer that pulled out another victory. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
Coming up next, look at that mug. Where you're going to see our Coast TV branding a little later tonight.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on Coast TV.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosik's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosik.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The I.G. Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The I.G. Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world. Prepare for glory. Get 3.9% APR on 2024 Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade GMC.
I saw 2 dogs running unleashed.
Your Honor, that's not what happened.
The neighbor can't stop cutting in.
The larger dog bit Lulu.
No, she did not.
Don't speak!
Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 2 on Coast TV.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosik's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosik.
Exciting news for Coast TV. If you watch Late Night with Seth Meyers, you're going to see a familiar mug on his desk. Look at this picture. Our very own Coast TV mug will be featured on tonight's show. That's at 12:30 a.m., so be sure to tune in.
Worth that alone by itself. All right, our Tendo's Casual Furniture camera in Laurel, we're 51 degrees right now, will fall to the mid-40s. Now, our umbrella giveaway winner is actually Michelle Hayes of Bethany Beach. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandales, Brookstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. We're expecting a decent chance of rain to develop Tuesday night going into Wednesday, Wednesday night going to Thursday. So we're just going to hope for that rain to really soak us on Wednesday. Then after the cold front pushes through, we drop like a stone. A high of only 45 degrees on Friday. Go up to 55 on Saturday, 56 on Sunday. But those lows will teeter around the frosty side of things and will recover as we go into next week. But notice, only 2 days of rain, Wednesday and next Thursday. Not this one coming up, but the next one.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, that's up next. And we're going to see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.